welcome to another episode of Pointless Discourse, where myself, Hoppocalypse and DPayne
Uva paiva. That's good day in Finnish.
uh, get together and talk about topics most voted on by our community. This week, we had, what was it, our first normal poll again after our Halloween month, and it was pizza toppings versus It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episodes, and pizza toppings won.
Yeah, I will say, mainly because you just so happen to be out of town, that a lot of the promotion did come from me, and there might have been a big bias.
For anyone listening in the audio version and haven't had a chance to catch DPayne's stream yet, which you should, he has Pizza King and the Pizza Kingdom.
Voting tampering. Oh man, that is all too close in our season. We'll let anyone listening to this 20 years later, because that's the plan, guys. Hop and I, we're going to the top. We're gonna be around for the next 20 years. Could you imagine a news media thing hosted by us? So this guy did something. Yeah, cool. Did you hear that hot take we read on Twitter? Actually, that is the news now. Anyway,
that is the news. That is several podcasts.
Fine. We'll go even hotter. You hear that hot take on MySpace 20 years ago?
Oh man, that is like 20 years ago now.
It's like Batman Beyond. The Batman Beyond always takes 20 years in the future.
It's always 20 years in the future. But yeah, so we'll be talking about pizza toppings today. Do we have any special announcements?
Yes, I actually, as soon as the thing started, I was like, oh wait, we actually have some. So, would you like the new country that is now in our listing of countries from what I'm scrolling, or would you like the couple comments that showed up on the Twitter?
Yes and yes.
Okay, and I'm going to stall a little bit more as I forgot to open up iTunes to see if there's ever a review.
One day there will be.
Yes, hey
Fingers crossed.
guys. Anyone that's listening here, do you want to know that would make us be too happy? I was trying to think of how I could combine streamer and podcaster in a word together.
A streamcaster is just someone who does that for like sports, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I haven't really looked at the iPod thing in a while, but it tells you what's popular. Do you want to guess what our most popular podcast is on iTunes?
Is it not werewolves?
No,
Which one is it?
it's childhood movies.
Why is it always that one? Or no, is it childhood books on Anchor? I forget. One of the childhood ones are up there.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, when you click related on the iTunes, apparently we are related to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Questionable.
It's because we're long. Yeah, we don't have any ratings. See, can I? Yeah, childhood movie. Full. It might be the only one that gets listens. I don't know.
We're still learning.
That might be where our 60 plus listener came from. You want to bet it's like some old people that are like, oh yes, I want to show a movie to my children. and then it's like, yeah, because like we have a 45 and 59, like that age group, and then a 60 plus. Hey guys, welcome to Analytic Discourse.
Analytic podcast.
Okay, so we'll start off with our listener. Which hello listener from the Philippines.
Hey. I haven't been to the Philippines in like 15 years, but hey.
Oh, they're trying to find you. It's like taken. I did see you. I will find you. Only in the audio format. So our first, okay, I'll just do the things in order. We have a comment from Chaos AK0 on our Twitter post just saying just to be pointless, and this was a gif from our off the poll, and it looks like it's It looks like a pizza that is has a lot of stuff on it. I don't know if you've seen.
I think I saw, but like pizza with just too much stuff on it.
Yeah, what did I say back to it? Oh yeah, I said there's a little bit for everyone in this. I also like when I first looked at this, I'm like, well, I already know that Hop if she sees this is gonna be like nightmare food.
Oh no, I think this is a dessert pizza.
Yeah, that's that
Like
too.
it looks like a glazed donut on the bottom, and then like Oreos and icing and
Yeah,
cannolis on the other side.
yeah, too much sweet for me.
It is very sweet. I don't know if I would call it entirely cursed. It's not like Sour Patch Chips Ahoy cookies, which I found in my camera roll while I was deleting pictures. You're not convinced me that to eat those.
Yeah. So we have that, and then our other comment is from Chrono32123. I want to do a little mini shout out for him as well. He's another streamer, and also he has his own podcast, called Dad Power Hour that he does with his friend. It's a pretty good time. Like if you want something that talks about gaming news and technology, go check him out. We talk about random things that you guys vote on. Um, and he said, I can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts on pineapple. So, well, we're not gonna talk about toppings yet because that's spoiled. Um, yeah, we definitely had a lot of talking from that. And by the way, if anyone is here, if you guys want to, well, I didn't come up with, uh, if you guys want to follow the Twitters for the podcast, I'm pretty sure that's it. Did I spell it right?
Yes, twitter.com/pointlessdisco.
Hooray.
I'm just surprised you typed it out instead of, I feel like we usually just repeat
Yeah,
it.
well, it was also people in chat that like was like, yeah, I don't know how many people do that, but yeah, for anyone that was listening in between the clicks and the clacks of my loud keyboard, yeah, if you guys want to leave a comment there or just follow to know, hey, what's going on, or maybe even hear a random fact about some topic that we may be talking about in the future, go to that twitter.com/pointlessdisco. Where all things are pointless and not a lot of disco.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, nice announcements. Always glad to hear people getting a chance to interact with us, on our social media for the podcast. It always makes it more fun and more enjoyable for everybody. We also don't mind, if you guys send us topic ideas and things. We've got an ongoing list, and sometimes people in chat will even mention something, and we go, oh, "Wait, we didn't even think of that."
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a few on there. Like if I click the right tab, there are a few on here. Like, well, there's one from a past guest, System Chalk about sci-fi games. Well, there's Strider for fast food. That one's been on there since the beginning.
I know.
Um, yeah, there's a bunch in there, and some of these are also just from conversations we had in our streams. So, yeah, sometimes they happen on the podcast. We're like, we got to write that down.
Yeah, before we forget it. But yeah, so again, yeah, you can interact with us there. We'd also always appreciate if you leave any kind of reviews for us on whichever platform you listen to. Is iTunes the only one that has like a review system, or do some of the other
A
ones?
lot of them have review systems. It's just I don't know how to check them, and I don't know how to find them. So this is actually a good reminder. If anyone leaves a review, or if you left a review in the past on like a Google or maybe a third party thing that isn't iTunes, if you don't mind, even if you write it on iTunes, if you could just like screenshot that and DM it to either Hop or I, or on the Twitter page as well, so that way we can see it. Because a little peek behind the curtain, Anchor is the hosting site that we work, and the way Anchor does it is that they send it all over the place. So we're on like 8 or 9 different like streaming platforms, and we just don't know how to check them all. So if people are able to, Like if they do write a review, that would be really cool to know because we can't catch them all. But it also,
We're not the ultimate Pokemon trainer.
yeah, I never was. I don't get past the 4th gym because I get bored. But yeah, it's also just a natural way to get more eyes on the podcast. So
Yep, and we'd hate to leave you out if you did. We've been saying that we'll give you little shout outs and things for leaving us like we're um wow, the words just left my brain. For shout outs for reviewing us, rating us, leaving comments, or just interacting with us, and we'd hate to miss out on that just because we didn't catch it on that particular platform.
yep,
Those are the words that I was looking for.
glad you found them.
Yeah, I'm glad I did too. I used too much brain power this week. Okay. But yeah. So, any other announcements, or you think we're good to go?
I'm still Silver 1 in TFT, and I hate it, so let's go.
Woo! I got to plat 4, but I've been hovering at that 0 LP, nervous that I'm going to lose it. Aha. Okay.
We're not addicted. You're addicted.
Yeah, so now we can get
where's my die?
That's what I was just about to talk about. So while you look for it, for anyone who isn't familiar with the system that we kind of do here, we roll dice. And since we are kind of done with the Halloween months, we're back to rolling our D20s.
Had to find that.
And now we'll try and go for the highest number for a D20 to see who talks first. And whoever loses, whether it's even or odd, we talk about our
if it's odd, we talk about our worst or devil tier topic, or if we roll even, it is our god tier or good tier. And I guess just for real thing, while we're rolling dice, for anyone that doesn't know how the podcast works, wait, did you explain that? I was looking for a die. Okay.
Yeah, I said while you look for it, I'll explain it.
Yes, sorry. Guys,
I also mentioned that we're back to D20s after the Halloween months.
It would have been funny if I rolled a D100 and it's just like, I got a 63. Wait, what? Oh my gosh. Well, you might be going first.
I got a 14.
I got a 4.
Nice. Yeah, so then I'll be speaking first. And this week with the pizza toppings, we realized we might not have a lot of tangents and things to go off on. So we're kind of changing it up where we're just talking about like our number one favorite, number one least favorite. And then we have a tier list that we can leave a link for people to also build tier lists. If you do build a tier list, again, share it with us on social media. Mainly our Twitter is the easiest way for us to see it. We can all judge each other on our ideas of pizza toppings together.
Yes. There's no really crazy ones in this.
There's a few that make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Actually, I just saw one. I'm like, yeah, that's one. I saw another one. Okay. I didn't really look at this list.
It starts normal.
Yeah. Yeah. We also got to make sure that we save our own tier list so we can share them on the socials.
Yep. We'll definitely do that.
If people are wondering what this looks like, if you guys remember when we talked about pies in episode 12? 12? It's going to be like that. Am I right?
Oh yeah, where's my audio folder? I have them labeled. Episode 9 was pies.
I was close. I was within 5.
12 was TFT. You just always have TFT on the brain.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, we should do a set 4 one before set 4. I feel like set 4 has a little while.
Yeah.
Over. Speaking of coming up with new topic ideas.
Well, that one's always been there. We also talked about Genshin characters too, but we don't know. I stopped playing Genshin.
Oh, I'm still playing. I need my next broken boy to add to my team.
Yeah, I just honestly think that whole style of game, not the gacha system, but it's like it was the same thing with The Legend of Zelda not Wind Waker. I almost said Windbreaker.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. Like it just doesn't appeal to me.
That's fair. It's a certain like open world kind of like
Yeah.
It's not too heavy on the story, so it's a lot on yourself to decide what you're gonna do when you
Yeah.
log in.
I think I would enjoy it a bit more if I could like play with others. Like if I don't know, like if me, you, and like I don't know, like the only other streamer. I know there's tons of streamers that play, but like the other person that I know, there's isn't a lot. Like so, just fruit. Like all like the three of us went in and just like hit things for a while. I think I might enjoy that a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that they play like a lot of people have been requesting more co-op stuff to do. So we'll see if they do that in upcoming updates. I know the first update is coming out in a few days, like the first major one.
So I don't know. Like I'm glad people are enjoying it. So that is important.
Yes, I got my husbando, so everything's cool and
I
good
saw
here.
that and I was jealous. That's the real reason I stopped playing.
The Luke, my Batman. Strider started reading the comics and said he's 100% Batman. Like even more Batman. But okay, so back to the podcast. So yeah, so then with the 14, I'll be going first, and you
And we
got a
got a 4,
4.
so it's our god tier.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my number one pizza topping because it's always safe. It has almost never failed me, and it always satisfies my cravings, and that is pepperoni.
That's a good one.
Because it's just one of those things where I don't have to be in the mood for pepperoni. If I see pizza with pepperoni, I'm likely eating that. And I know there are a lot of people that do that with cheese pizza, but I would always pick pepperoni over cheese pizza.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's like a staple where it's just like it's I don't know. It's always there. Like
Yeah, and I
really
think
glad
I've
we're doing a tier
only
list.
I think I've only had maybe a small percentage of pepperoni pizzas that I didn't like. And I wouldn't say it's because of the pepperoni.
Staples do not belong on pizza. Have you tried them? What do you think holds it all together? Staples.
Frankenstein pizza.
Any pizza can be a Frankenstein pizza if it believes hard enough.
But no, yeah, like I know I've even made homemade pizzas here and there, and I didn't get the perfect pepperoni for pepperoni pizza. Like I got more of the kind of pepperoni you would put with like cheese and crackers.
Mhm.
So it's kind of funny. So when I put it in the oven, they kind of like curled up into
Curl up.
little grease cups.
Yes.
But it was still not bad.
Take a little sip, like, my heart.
Who needs those anyway? Give me the calories.
Yeah, it's like there's, yeah, it's hard to go wrong with a pepperoni pizza. I feel it's also like if you look at a cartoon, it's always either cheese or pepperoni. Because
Mhm.
it's like if you put pepperoni on a pizza, you're like, oh yes, it is a pizza. You put anything else on there, you're just like, in cartoon world, you're just like, what? What is that?
Yeah, it doesn't like it's almost like pizza is like the icon or pepperoni is the icon for like cartoon pizza.
Yeah,
My
and
brain, my words today are just getting all kinds of twisted. This is a time.
it's a good time.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where I can't say that pepperoni is my ultimate 100% favorite thing to always put on a pizza, but it is definitely probably my most frequently eaten thing on a pizza.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm just imagining walking down the New Jersey Ocean City boardwalk. Normally say that the other way around. The Ocean City boardwalk in New Jersey. You walk down there, you see a manko manko, and you're like, oh man, and but you don't want the whole pie, and you're like, what do you got on there? And it's like, oh, they got you know what? Pepperoni. It's not plain, but it gives enough flavor to make you feel like you're exploring.
I was gonna say mango and mango, you'd be out of your mind if you could eat a whole pie by yourself.
Well,
Most of those like a pizza slice is like the size of your head.
have you seen the Three Brothers? It's like a little bit farther down.
I don't think I've been to Three Brothers, but Manko is not usually the one I go to. I growing up I went to Wildwood, New Jersey, a little bit more for the boardwalk,
Hmm.
and I don't remember which pizza place it was that I would go to. We always had the one, and it wasn't Manko because we were like everybody gets Manko and Mankos. We don't want Manko Mankos.
Yeah.
There was a different one we used to go to, and we knew someone, and he was like, "I'll take 3 slices of pizza," and we were like, "What is you doing?" Like me and Strider each got 1 slice, and they were like, "Why'd you only get 1 slice of pizza?" We were like, "You'll see, you'll see."
Yeah. Three Brothers, that's what their slices are, like, bigger than my head.
Hmm.
And it's, I don't know, it's great because I'm like, okay, oh yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's like,
It's equivalent to like
yeah,
three
it's,
slices of a Domino's pizza. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I'm a brain lock. Yeah, it's, I know with Manko Manko, my family, like, I think my mom was way more into it. It's just
Hmm.
like, we like, better go get Manko Manko. And I'm like, well, at that time it was Manko Manko. Now it's just Manko. Um, but it's just like, baby DPayne not having any money. It was just like, okay, I want to eat the pizza. Just bring it. So I don't know. Boardwalk pizza is all normally a good pizza, though.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've been to Ocean City, New Jersey, in recent years, but there's like a lot of Korean chicken shops that have shown up there.
Okay, no, I have not been in. Like, I want to say the last time might have been 4 or 5 years ago. I've been to Ocean City.
Hmm.
So I don't recall the chicken places. I was there last time I was there. I think was when the big wave of Polish water ice seemed to hit the entire boardwalk. Like it used to always only be like Rita's or Dairy Queen, and then I was like, why is every other store a Polish water ice
Yeah,
store?
it goes in waves.
Yeah.
I guess whatever whoever comes in from overseas to work there, that's what comes in.
Yeah, and then I also remember a big wave of like the spiralized potatoes, like on a stick.
I have no clue what you're
I've
talking
seen
about.
a big wave of those, but I never get those. I always go to the oh my goodness. Oh, Curly's fries, but
Oh, those are good.
You don't buy curly fries at Curly's fries. What are they considered? Are they what's that cut of fry?
Big fry? Like the big fat one?
I guess it is a steak fry. Crinkle cut?
Crinkle cut is they got little, I was about to say they have little crinkles in it. No, it's
It's like a lightning bolt.
yeah, but like
Yeah, thick.
smaller. Yeah. Like
Oh, those are
it's
the
like
thin
the
ones.
it's like that.
Okay, when I think of Curly's fries, they are like steak fries, but they're cut kind of like the crinkle fry, but they're thick boys.
I'm gonna type in thick boy crinkle cut.
I know. This is supposed to be about pizza. Now we're just talking about boardwalk foods. But
We still
no,
need to
yeah,
make that episode when one of us are sick. Maybe that's what we just talk about is
boardwalk
boardwalk
foods.
food. For anyone who doesn't know, Hop and I, we live close enough, like we live in close proximity to each other, and but also because of that, we ended up going to similar places growing up. Well, almost. Hop's family was more adventurous than mine.
But
I clicked things now.
crinkle
I
cut's
lost.
the right word, except they're just like thicker crinkle cut fries at
Yeah.
Curly's. I had to double check and look at a picture of Curly's fries. I was like, all right, I'm not imagining this.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think
yes,
I got funnel cake from Girlies.
I love funnel cake, but
You do wait.
I,
You do or don't?
I do.
Okay.
But I'm the only person I know that likes funnel cake, so I'll
Well,
go to
now
the
you
board.
know too.
Well, I'll go to the boardwalk and be like, "Who wants to split funnel cake with me?" Because I can't eat it by myself. And everyone goes, "No, you're good." And I was like, "But I already bought it." So I just sit there. And they're like, "You want to keep walking?" I'm like, "The powder will get everywhere. I cannot move and eat this at the same time."
Yeah, I did that, and then I don't know. I think there was one time someone like something funny happened as I was about to eat funnel cake, and I did my normal, and then there's just like powder shooting out.
Everywhere.
I'm a dragon. Okay, Well, I guess back to pizza.
Yes, but yes, pepperoni pizza for me is probably, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like the comfort food thing because I have a lot of pizza variations that I like to order, but I have like it has to be a particular kind of day.
Mhm.
But I can always say yes to a pepperoni
Did we
pizza.
want to put specialty pizzas down as a potential talking point?
We could.
Okay, we'll write it down and then we'll do the thing. Prepare to hear typing, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
So yeah, I guess while you're in there as well, Boardwalk Foods.
Yeah, I spelled specialty wrong.
Well, I'm sure
You'll
Google will
fix
just
it.
yell at us. Yeah,
No, it didn't.
really. I know
Maybe I
they had
spelled
a
it right. I don't know. I just
I
assume
thought they had a. I thought they had a spell check in their
I don't know.
sheets.
Guys, this is what happens when we can't do our normal Tuesday and we just get to the podcast and ramble.
But okay. So then, what is your favorite pizza topping?
Well, it has been mentioned before. I don't have to say cheese.
Cheese is a. It's not really pizza without cheese, is it?
Yeah, there are the like you can get at least around here you can get tomato pies or other stuff where like you don't get cheese on it, but it's still technically a topping because if it wasn't, why would there be an option for extra cheese?
Hmm. Or no cheese, as you've said.
Yes, that is the loophole I'm sticking to. But no, it's I guess it's maybe just because I eat so much pizza. Like it has to be the right cheese. I remember I ordered this one pizza and they were like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Oh man, all that stuff sounds good." And then after we ordered it, I looked at it again and it's like, "And we add slices of American cheese on top." I'm like,
Ah,
"Why did you add
ah.
the worst cheese? I if I
That's
wanted
not. That's air quotes cheese.
if I
That's not
wanted
cheese.
chemicals, I would just go and eat candy. I don't know."
That's like the ramen pizzas that I sent you recipes for.
I still have it on my bar.
Yeah,
It's
I'm pretty
like,
sure they use American cheese in those.
hold up. What's
Yeah,
this one? I have it right here. I can find out.
but I do know
This
people
one
that
doesn't.
will. Okay, I do know people that will get tomato pies if they have a particular like lactose problem. I've heard of some people that are literally allergic to dairy,
Mm-hmm.
but they still want to have a vessel to put food into their mouth, so they get the tomato pie and then the other toppings with it. But
That's what I want to call. That's what I want to call. If I ever have to like, okay, guys, what vessel do you want to eat now? What?
just transportation to get toppings into your
Yep.
mouth. But cheese is important. Do you like margarita pizzas or marguerite pizzas? I forget what the proper term is.
I had them. Like, they're okay.
I like them a lot, and there is cheese on top, but it's a very different
Yeah.
way of having cheese on top. I think I just like basil and it's mozzarella, right? That ends up on the
Yeah.
piece.
Okay. So I should clarify is that I've had them, but I haven't had one made fresh.
Okay.
I've had a frozen pizza of margarita pizza. Actually, there's another walkie-talkie game. Oh, I think it's like Tokyo Dark, something like that. And there's like you're trying to calm down a hostage situation. The way you do it is talk about margarita pizza.
Weird. But yeah, so for me, I do really like the that, and technically the like it's weird though because on that one cheese feels less important because it I think the ratio is like it feels like more tomato sauce than cheese,
Hmm.
but like I don't know, I like it.
I like my cheese.
Yeah, cheese is good. But so what's your preferred cheese combo on your pizza?
Anything that's not American.
American cheese. No, because I know some places will do like we have the three cheese blender. We use mozzarella and parmesan,
Yeah,
or
I'm not very picky. It's just I like it.
just it's got to be a quality cheese.
Yeah, it's like I don't want a cheese that, well, like as we said, American cheese. That's already out. We don't want American cheese on our pizza. Um, and yes, I agree with what Knight said in chat, where it's just like, "What heresy is this?" Look, there's a reason why I haven't gotten pizza from that place anymore. Also, please ignore the fact I don't remember where I got it from, but now I make sure I read the whole thing. Um, but there's that. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. Cheese on pizza is just a good like. It's literally just cheesy bread with sauce on it, but
Mhm.
it's good.
I saw I saw a funny meme that was people will sit here and not eat their pizza crust, but will eat a box of of cheesy breadsticks.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
We're gonna be so hungry by the end of this podcast.
Oh no, I snacked right before this.
Yeah.
So I think I should be okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, I need to keep a record of how many times we hit podcast over and Hop's like, I'm hungry.
No, so I went to an Asian market recently and I got these. I don't know how to pronounce them properly, but I see them all over TikTok where it's like these little rice cakes that I think are Korean and you put them in this spicy sauce. And I found a kit where you just put it in the microwave and it comes with a spicy sauce and then it kind of steams them. And they're like
Hmm.
kind of chewy because they're like rice cakes.
Okay. Yeah, have I seen
Duboki? I don't, yeah, I don't want to butcher the name too much.
Dubai?
It's
Can
spelled DDUKBOKKI.
DDUK. Oh,
BOKKI.
yeah, Dubaki. Duboki. Well, Wikipedia, that is not what I typed.
That's not what I typed. That's what the kit is labeled as that I got.
I'm what you're describing coming up with something complete. Oh wait, or is this something you put inside the rice cake?
It just that was what the kit was is labeled as. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think that's what it keeps coming up as for me as well. But
Oh yeah, these are right. Yeah, hot and spicy rice cakes.
oh, okay. I didn't read the description because when I was thinking rice cakes, I was thinking the I still find it funny how I said we mastered the art of tangent. I don't know how well we're gonna be able to do it with pizza toppings, but hey, we're wrong.
We're doing it.
Yeah. There was something I saw. I forget what it's called, but it's like two. It's like two cylinders. It's not a rice cake. A, like pretty much like a rice ball, but like in a cylinder shape.
Okay.
And then it has spam in the middle. Like I've seen people talk about, and then it's just like wrapped with the sushi seaweed wrap thing.
Oh, I mean, like I've had spam. I think spam musubi, which is like sushi with the spam in it.
Yeah,
That's a Hawaiian. I've
yeah,
had it at a Hawaiian restaurant.
yeah. It's the well, I don't know. I feel like most people, if they watch the YouTube, they have seen the Michael Reeves things, and yeah, pretty much, Dirt. What you guys said. Tangents have tangents. Exactly. We are the inception of podcast right now. Um, but I don't know. Like I seen Michael Reeves, like people said that he really likes it and all that stuff, and then I seen pictures of it, and then I seen other people eating it, and I'm like, that sounds really good. Like,
Oh yeah, and I think it's pretty straightforward to make.
does anyone know the name of it so I can look it up? Or did you say it and I just missed
Let me double check. Look up spam musubi. There's different images and varieties. It looks like in like this.
it? Yeah, that looks like what it. Yeah, I looked at a picture. Oh, there's a Hawaiian one here. Yeah, this looks.
It looks like what you were thinking about.
Yeah,
I like spam. I grew up on spam.
I never
And
had
people
it.
are like, spam is gross. I'm like, I'm Filipino. We eat that shit for breakfast.
Well, so is Michael Reeves. So, damn. I
But
don't know.
so where were we? Cheese is important on pizza.
I'm hungry now.
Food episodes are always dangerous for us. Like the chocolate episode, you came in with chocolate.
Yeah, because I thought it'd be funny.
And then you ate what, like in a day?
It was within the week.
Within the week.
Um, onigiri. Is onigiri just a rice ball?
Yeah, onigiri is the rice balls, and then with the rice balls, you can put different centers.
Yeah, I never had onigiri as well. Like,
I've never had it, but I've looked up recipes because it seems like a nice like way to eat something on the go.
good spam in it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, maybe one of these cooking streams I'll have to try. I'm gonna be pretty much remaking what I did last Monday because I realized I bought an ingredient and then proceeded to leave it on the counter. So the thing is like what I was making is pretty much just vegetables with a little bit of seasoning all roasted in the oven. But it's really good. But I gotta stop looking at cheese is great on pizza.
All right, so then I'll jump into what I'm gonna label as my least favorite topping then.
Okay. No.
It's in the same way that you kind of said cheese is a bit of a stretch of a topping. I'm going.
Are you want to say the crust?
No, I'm gonna say barbecue sauce.
This sounds like a very pointed thing of an example I gave for specialty topic pizzas.
No, like I think it depends on the barbecue sauce, but or maybe just on the place you get the pizza from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate barbecue sauce, but I find it overwhelming if it's a very vinegary barbecue sauce or if there's just a lot of it. I know I had a lot of friends that were like, oh, I love chicken barbecue pizza, all this other stuff. So I was like, fine, I'll try it. And they essentially, the place that they had gotten it from, replaced all of the red sauce with barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's.
And I bit into it, and I was like, this is
that's too much.
a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think the best way to put it on is like if they spiral it.
See, the spiral I can understand. I can also understand if you cook the chicken like a barbecue
that
chicken
too, yeah,
and
that'd
then
be
put
good.
it on.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I think of it as a topping, I think of it as like a sauce replacement from the times I've had it, and I'm just like, I'm drowning. Please.
Yeah, there's been a few pizzas I had where it's like they replace red sauce with the barbecue sauce, and I'm like, no, like I still want red sauce, please. Like, I don't know. It's
very overwhelming very quickly.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like
it's like we kind of agree, but also kind of disagree.
Yeah.
So you said you like it when it's drizzled on top. I don't know if I've ever had it drizzled on top.
Yeah, it's. I think where we both agree is that you cannot have same ratio of barbecue sauce to cheese.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Like, yeah, you need like a touch of it, like whether it's cooked into the meat or if it's just like a light drizzle on top.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. But when all you taste is barbecue sauce when you bite into the pizza, then it's like, no.
This
Nope.
is a whole lot of stuff.
If I wanted barbecue, I'd go get barbecue.
Yeah. I don't have any other arguments like around it. It's just I think I think cheese and red sauce kind of help each other because like red sauce is pretty like acidic in a certain direction, and then the cheese kind of like helps cut through it. Yeah, a lot of the other sauces you could put on there, I don't think the cheese really like helps keep it in its line.
Yeah, well, like, here's a good way to look at it. If you have a barbecue with the barbecue sauce, like, I hate ribs because they're so messy. Like, I'm one of those people that has to like wipe their hands and mouth every time they pick up a rib and bite into it. I don't know. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's like, it tastes good though. Delicious, but I don't like the mess that comes with it. Now imagine that rib with your barbecue sauce. Are you gonna go throw some mozzarella on there? Are you gonna go throw some Parmesan? No, you're not.
The barbecue masters are like rolling in their graves.
I just saw people leave the chat. Like,
This is a nope for me.
Talk about nightmare food.
No,
It's
that's a fair point because, like, I know some people put pesto on pizza instead of red sauce, but when you have pasta and pesto, you usually have like some parmesan or something on it. Like, it
mhm.
can work. It's just you need to learn how to balance it differently.
What?
No barbecue sauce. No, no cheese. Don't give me like a pulled pork sandwich with barbecue sauce and then give me and a slice of your favorite American cheese on it. Like, no.
You already ruined the argument just by saying American cheese. It could be some good. I was about to say cheddar, but the way my brain's like cheater, and I'm like, what?
I don't know. Even like it's just barbecue and cheese. It's not two
Yeah.
flavors I associate
Guys,
together.
what we're talking about here is just like how you make synergies in TFT. There's synergies in pizza that just don't work.
All right. There's my argument for why barbecue sauce is my worst
You
tier
know, I'm going to
topping.
switch mine so we can stick on the drizzle.
Okay. What was your original one
My
then?
original one was jalapenos.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of the spice, but I think we can talk more about ranch dressing on pizza.
Ah, so I've never had it as a topping. I know a lot of people that will dip their pizza into ranch dressing and it makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm.
But I just generally don't like ranch.
So, as someone who used to do this, y'all need one big major one. Go look at your heart. like, look, I understand ranch is good. I used to do this. Like, my roommates in college were like, yeah, this is cool. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And I was like, this ain't bad. To when a year or two later, realized I don't put ranch on anything else. Why am I putting ranch on my pizza? It's not that good. Also, it feels like I just got kicked in the heart by a horse. I'm gonna stop eating this. Not pizza, the ranch.
Yeah, yes,
so,
yes.
um, but like, there's I don't know. It's like I haven't had ranch pizza in forever.
I've
Like,
seen some places that will serve the ranch on the pizza, like where it's kind of like anytime I see bacon and chicken together, people are like, put ranch on it. I'm like, I just want a bacon chicken wrap. Please, why does there need to be ranch?
yeah,
Oh, a bacon chicken pizza? Put ranch on it. Like, no, stop.
yes, ranch is not the miracle whatever that's bacon. Bacon is the fairy dust of the culinary community.
It can make everything better.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about, that's yeah, no. And I had a roommate that would quote that comedic skit. Um, bacon's just great.
It is great. But yeah, no, I agree with you. But I feel like I'm biased because I've never really liked ranch. Like, I'd rather
Yeah,
like I know a lot of people use it for eating vegetables and stuff. I much prefer just to eat the vegetables themselves.
yeah. Like well, let's be honest. All our answers on this podcast are super biased because it's our decisions. We
But I
can,
just mean it's not I don't hate barbecue sauce in the same way that I hate ranch. But I don't want barbecue sauce replacing red sauce on my pizza.
could you
Oh my god, has
imagine?
has anyone replaced sauce with ranch?
That's what I was about to say.
I'm scared.
What's white sauce made out of?
I forget, but I do get a lot of white sauce pizzas. I
White sauce
think
pizzas.
let me check a recipe because somebody said that they didn't like white pizza because it has a certain
Maybe. It's
no,
just
white
all white gloopy materials.
white pizza sauce
Isn't it like
recipe.
Alfredo?
There is there is an
Or
Alfredo
there's
pizza that people will get. I did have someone, but I think white pizza sauce is mainly like garlic. Like, that's the main ingredient in it. I'm trying to scroll down, but you know how these recipe websites are. There's a lot.
yeah, I read one pretty much every week. Sometimes more than
uh,
one.
This one's, I don't know if this one's like a true one, but this one says heavy cream, butter, cream cheese, Parmesan cheese, and garlic powder. The cream cheese, I'm not 100% on.
Yeah, but I could also see it. There's a lot of stuff like as I cook more things that have cream cheese in it that you wouldn't expect to have cheese in.
Okay, this one sounds about right to me. This other recipe says butter, garlic, flour, pepper, salt, oregano, milk, and cheese,
Yeah.
Parmesan cheese.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think the other one, I think to get the creaminess, they use the cream cheese, whereas other
They use
places
milk.
do the milk flour to make the roux.
Yeah. That's all good. It's like they're just depends on how lazy you want to be.
Yes. Also, the idea of having mayo spread on my pizza makes my stomach hurt. Also, I looked up ranch pizza and all the recipes are chicken ranch, bacon chicken ranch pizza.
Yeah. Like which yeah, like once again, I'll have a slice of that if it's just lightly drizzled on.
It looks like some of them are drizzled. Let me read this one. See what...
But where I have an issue with it is where you got the guy that just literally takes the hidden garden tub of ranch and just like, yep, there's some good stuff right here, and just all over it, and you're like,
around the pizza and ranch.
yeah.
Ugh.
You ranch boarded your pizza.
I know for a while ranch was having commercials to say like the only right way to eat pizza, and they were selling like to go cups for you
I remember
to dip
that.
your pizza in, and I was like, no, no, no.
Yeah.
I can eat pizza any way I want to.
Yeah. There's that, and then the other thing that ranch is really good on, if you ever had a Mississippi pot.
I have not.
I don't even know. I'm not even sure if I'm saying the right thing. I made it for, if I go to my YouTube channel, I can find the name of it. But pretty much you take a pot roast and you put it in a slow cooker. And all you do is you add 5 ingredients to it. It's super unhealthy, but it's really good.
I feel like most things in the crock pot, usually not the healthiest.
Yeah.
Big
So,
old slab of meat you slow cook all day.
but it was delish. Because I remember I made it for New Year's Eve last year for my friends, and I was streaming while it was cooking, and I was just like, it smells so good. But it's pretty much you take your pot roast, you put it in there, you take ranch seasoning, put that on it, like it's a powder. You put that on it. You take, I can't pronounce it. It's like it's au grant
Au gratin.
au gratin gravy.
Okay.
You just take that packet, put that on there as well. You take a stick of butter.
A good old steak.
You know, you put a whole stick of butter on it, and then you add pepperoni peppers on there. And then I think that I don't know if you add, yeah, I think there's like one more ingredient that I'm missing. Ranch, gravy, butter. Maybe that's it. I don't remember. But it's really good. If you have to go to a party and they're like, "Can you bring?" Actually, going to some. Well, I don't know. Some people. You went to a party.
Like family gatherings.
Yeah. If you want to be like, show off to that family gathering, you're like, yeah. You actually, this is typecasting myself, single person who lives alone. You don't know how to cook. You're like, oh, listen here, family, take this thing. They took it.
They did it.
They took it all. And it was
No,
really
like
good.
I've seen the ranch powder used a lot in like slow cooker stuff and casserole stuff, but that feels a little different than
Oh yeah,
straight up ranch dressing because it's the packet's more for seasoning, right? It's not
I
necessarily.
think so. I think
as
you can make ranch
goopy.
dressing out of it, but
Okay.
yes, exactly. Shove this into your food hole.
Appreciate it. Okay. So then, before we go into our fun little tier list that will also spew lots of tangents, We've got what? So my favorite was pepperoni. My least favorite was barbecue sauce.
Mine,
And
w-
yours?
mine was cheese and then ranch dressing, and I'll just say ultimate number one was jalapeno. But I
Number one
figured
worst for you.
what?
Number one worst for you.
Number one worst, but I figured ranch dressing would be a little bit more fun to talk about.
It's also fair.
Also, I think I see jalapenos on our tier list thing here, so I can really explain why I'm not a fan of them.
That's fair. So yeah. So in chat for anyone that's watching us live, I put in the tier maker list for you guys to also rank things. Feel free to take a screenshot if you participate and
Send it to
yeah, on the Twitters. We will take screenshots of ours and leave it open for you guys to judge us on our opinions, like we did with the pies.
yes.
I know people did not 100% agree with your, I think your pie decisions more than mine.
I'm used to people not agreeing with what I'm saying. I get told multiple times when I'm like, oh man, that's not how I would do it. Like not in like an argumentative way or anything. You're like, DPayne, you don't do anything anyway, and in any way other people will do. You don't have to be mean about it. Can you give me like 30 seconds to close my blinds and turn on a light? Because it's getting kind of dark in here.
Daylight saving.
Yes. I don't know what it's saving, but it ain't my eyes as it gets darker.
But yeah, so for anyone who's not familiar with what a tier list actually is, it's just a website called, I think, tiermaker.com. There's a lot of community made tier lists where you have images and people make categories for you to drag and drop things so you can have the discussion like, oh, this is the best topping or this is the worst topping. I originally saw like various YouTubers doing it for their favorite snack foods. Then I did it for cursed ramen recipes. I made my own. And I don't know, I think they're just fun and interesting. I've also seen some for Fire Emblem characters, which I know I joked with my stream on Saturdays that I should do because I'm planning on playing through all the houses. I just have been taking a lot of naps on Saturday nights. But
the podcast takes it all out of you. I also realized that the sound effect thing was also not turned off.
Good thing it is.
Because normally we're split between two chats, and so it doesn't get that far down in the list.
Fair enough. But okay, so then you have the tier list up, DPayne?
I do.
All right.
I also didn't realize there was a website. This whole thing came together on Friday afternoon, where I was like, man, this sounds like it'd be a much better tier list, but I don't know how to make one. And you've been gone all week. And then I was like, you can just Google it. When as soon as I read that, I was like, I can? I thought you had to make them.
You can make them so that they can be custom for what you're looking for. And there's also pre-made ones.
Yeah, I think you made the cheesecake one.
Made the ramen one.
The pie one that we did.
Oh, and I probably did make that.
Or at least you added things to it, which is why I thought you had to make it.
Fair enough. Nah, I just Googled it. This seemed to cover enough toppings.
Yeah.
That I thought it'd be fine.
Some of them I don't even recognize what they are.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. But so the categories that this person listed out, I think the colors are backwards, but they made the top one called the right stuff.
Because it's hot.
The second best, the great stuff. The middle one is the good stuff. Second from the bottom is so, and the very bottom is called low tier stuff,
aka trash.
So the first thing they present to us is bacon.
Trash. No.
I think I'm gonna put bacon at great and not the best, because I don't think bacon can go on every single pizza, but it can save a pizza.
Yes, I was also putting it there as well, because there's like bacon is great and everything, but there is also there is the chance of you having too much bacon, but also the other side of it, the bacon needs to be cooked correctly.
Yes, and also I'm assuming real bacon. And
that's what the
bacon
picture
bits.
Says. Yeah.
Yes, the picture says real bacon. There are a lot of places that are like, you can have bacon and throw bacon bits, and you're like, this is horrendous.
If it was faking, it'd be on the low tier.
All right, the next picture, I think that's steak.
Bacon in the sorry. I'm like I am
for life.
Yeah, well, like I'm like, what do I want to make for dinner? I'm trying to not do DoorDash as much, so
But no, I think this next one is steak, and I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like the texture of steak is not easy for pizza.
Yeah, it's a lot chewier. Like this is why I don't like eating steak in general. And it's like I feel like this is another tangent. Like if I was talking to my dad, who like I'm pretty sure is half steak because he loves it so much. Um, I'm not a big fan of steak because like I feel like you like just like how a cow chews and swallows and then regurgitates it to chew again. I feel like that's kind of how you have to eat steak.
So I've had a lot of steaks where you don't have to do that,
Yes.
but you have to be comfortable with it being more red
Yeah, which
and
like I'm
fair.
okay with, but it's I don't know. I'm
I
just
still think even if it's a little red, like it's not easy enough to eat
yeah.
on a pizza. So I
And
think I'm gonna put it at so.
so was I, and I realized it sounds like I'm just copying you.
All right. You go for this one then, DPayne.
I don't want to. Nah, so we got some bell peppers here. We got green for go, yellow for caution, and red for hey, we're still good here, buddy. Um, you have sorry, brain went poop. The I don't know. I like bell pepper. I think like so I wanted. I'm not a big fan of pizza that is loaded with vegetables. Like it can be like I think it'd be good, but at the same time I'm like I don't know. It's just I don't want it. That's the whole thing. Like I remember my brother ordered a pizza when we were all living together for us to share, and it was like there was like the pizza, like your bread, sauce, and cheese, and then on top of it was just a mountain of toppings that like was just weighed down the pizza. And I feel like yeah, you normally add this with another topping that's on here that tastes good. But still, peppers done right, I still think is a good topping, which is why I'm going to put it in the good.
Okay. For me, I like the added crunch that bell peppers can give. Like, who is it? Is it Supreme pizzas that usually have bell peppers on them? I want to
There's
say it
yeah,
is.
that or as Dirt was also saying, like yeah, with onion, so you can have a pepper and onion pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You can also have peppers and mushrooms.
Yeah, like I don't think I get bell peppers on pizzas very often, but I feel like I've had it. Like
Yeah,
I would never ask for a only bell pepper pizza.
yeah,
So I think I'm gonna put it, but I do like the added crunch when it's done right. I think I'll put it at, yeah, also, yeah, I'll put it at so so.
yeah. It's like I like it, but at the same time, it's like I don't like I think peppers is one of those things like they're good, but they and like I think I've had them on as uh as a topping by themselves, but it's not something I would go and seek out.
Mm-hmm.
And but at the same time, I want to it's when it's put with the right ingredients and stuff and cooked correctly as Dart was saying in chat, it's good. So I don't that's where I'm going to put it. Good.
Okay. Do you want to start alternating and I take the next one, or do you?
Sure.
Okay. I fucking love broccoli on pizza. People can fight me
Well,
all
now
the
we gotta
time.
put explicit on here.
I I feel like people are like, gross. You like white pizza with tomato and broccoli on it? I'm like, yes, I do. So that's in the right stuff for me. I was looking at, like, I was trying to look at different examples of toppings to make sure I didn't leave anything out when considering top and bottom. And broccoli was always up there, like, who puts broccoli on pizza? I was like, me. But they were showing pictures of broccoli on red pizza. I was like,
Yeah,
no,
you need
no,
a white
no.
sauce.
You need a white pizza with like just parmesan and garlic, and then the broccoli, it sings.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like tiny trees.
We could be bigger, but you chopped us off.
No, I just love it. I think I also just really love roasted vegetables.
That's
And
pretty
that's what
much
the,
what my dinner has been. Roasted
yeah.
vegetables.
But that's kind of the vibe you get when you put it on the pizza. You kind of roast them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm probably not probably. I am gonna put this in the same as the bell peppers. Like, it's good. It's one of those things I'm not gonna really seek out,
Mm-hmm.
but I do agree with you because I've had broccoli, with a white sauce and I think there was some chicken on it as well. It's also, now I'm thinking about it, I think broccoli is one of my favorite vegetables. But no, it's just tasty. And
It is
so
tasty.
I'm gonna put on the good stuff because if I'm getting a pizza, it's not gonna be my first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
What we have now is cheesecake. Uh, it is a block of cheese. So how do we want to interpret this? Is this so? I've been looking at this pizza, like toppings for pizza, where we have the base of bread, sauce, cheese, and then this is stuff that goes on top of that
Yeah, I'd
base.
say this is like if you want
Extra
to have
cheese.
either extra cheese or you want Parmesan cheese added because sometimes the blends don't always have a lot of Parmesan in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as Dirt in chat was saying, supporting cheeses.
Yeah, because like this is like you said, you would go down to the toppings list and you're like, I can get extra cheese. So I
Yeah.
think I agree with that statement.
All right. Hmm. So I do like extra cheese, but I can't get it all the time because I don't know. There's just something in me that I really like the thought of, and now I feel like the sentence I'm about to say, I'm really gonna get that the Zoom is Hop stares at me judgmentally. Her picture. I do get the feeling like that it's just like I'm getting a lot of pizza when I pick up a pizza slice and it's just 5 pounds of cheese. Like it's I don't know, it's just yep, I'm getting my money's worth out of this one. But at the same time I can't eat a lot of it. I'm gonna put this as great because I like cheese. I don't really have a thing. It's just more the feeling like picking up a thing. I I know what I really like is when you get like okay, you get your crust, sauce, cheese, and then if you get another topping like throw in your sausage or pepperoni, and then they take the extra cheese and put it on top. So it's
Yes,
just
that's the
like
best version of extra cheese. I was just gonna say that.
yes,
So I put it also in
cheese
great stuff.
sandwich.
A cheese sandwich. But then it's like you get double the gooey like pull apart effect, which is fun.
Oh my god, so hungry right now.
But I also put it in great stuff because there's a balance for me where some cheeses I think are better than other cheeses. Like I don't like feta cheese, so I can't automatically say all supporting cheeses are the best cheeses.
Mhm.
But if you just like put extra Parmesan cheese on top for a little bit of saltiness, then yeah, I'm all about it. So I'm balancing it out like that, and also it depends on what their interpretation of extra cheese is. Like you said, if you pick it up and it's a 5 pound slice, you're like, I can't eat this. This is just a block of melted cheese.
Yep. Sometimes it's good, but if I wanted mozzarella sticks, I would have ordered mozzarella sticks.
All right, so the next topping is tomatoes. So I think for straight up tomatoes, I'm just gonna put it in great stuff because while I like broccoli tomato white pizza, I like the broccoli more than I like the tomato.
Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna put it on great stuff because it's more situational for me than broccoli.
Yeah, I like tomatoes on burgers, but at the same time, like, and this could just be the how I've had pizzas where I had frozen pizzas with tomatoes cut open on it, but I haven't had a fresh one, and my opinion may change if I have a fresh pizza with tomatoes on it. So,
It's kind of it gives you kind of like the if you've ever had like roasted tomatoes with like as a side with a meal
mhm,
or like roasted tomato salsa, you kind of get that vibe. I can
yeah.
see where the frozen one it's weird. It depends how it's cut inside.
Yeah, like normally they're just as you said, they're like these look like cherry tomatoes that are here. They're kind of just sliced and roasted. But I don't know. It's one of those things that like as I do like tomatoes on my as I do like tomatoes on burgers and stuff. Um,
You'd prefer tomato has a supporting role and not a main role,
yeah.
though.
So I'm gonna put it as so-so.
Okay.
Alrighty. Final. Oh wow, I see something on here that's definitely going in low tier. But anyway, it's
I
not this one. Spoilers. We got some chicken.
think chicken's pretty. I
Chicken
love
is,
chicken pizza. I'm putting it in right stuff.
yeah, same here. Like,
It's so versatile.
it's
Versatile.
versatile. That's not a word. Um, Chicken's just great because, like, okay, it's the one food that spans all culinary except for vegans. So,
The
but
only time that chicken's bad on pizza is if they can't cook chicken in the
yeah,
first place.
if it's
Let's
dry
put it that
chicken,
way.
yeah.
Yeah. Assuming you can cook chicken so that it is juicy and that it picks up the flavors you're expecting, then yes.
I just remembered a pizza story that with chicken. Um, and this kind of goes off of like how you said you made homemade pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
So before I streamed or you did YouTube or anything, I used to invite a whole bunch of my friends over. I would ask my mom because I would be living in the in-law suite at my mom and dad's place, and I would ask her when she went to the grocery store if she could get me some of the pizza dough, which she would. And then I would invite a whole bunch of friends over, and I'd be like, "Okay, guys, we're meeting here. We're meeting at this time. Everyone, come over. We're going to go to the grocery store, and we're gonna go buy toppings for these pizzas. And then we're gonna go back, make them, and then just hang out and have a grand old time."
Yeah.
Yeah, we made some really gross pizzas.
You gotta experiment before you can be good.
We made a
Right?
Chinese food pizza where we made an egg roll stuffed crust, General Tao's chicken in the center. And then I think there was some other thing in there as well.
Oh, not for me.
Yeah, as I said, really gross. I wouldn't eat it now, but I do think one of the best things we've did was we did make a mozzarella stuffed crust, which is really just
Oh, mozzarella sticks.
yeah, just not
Yeah.
yeah. Which that one turned out pretty good. It wasn't like the pizza that was made for the charity stream.
Well, that was a Frankenstein pizza,
Hell
right?
yeah, that was chat's creation. My brothers ate that more than me.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right. But we agree, chicken in the right
chicken is
stuff.
good. You have to try to mess up chicken on pizza,
Yeah.
or
All
just
right.
be bad chef.
So the next one is corn.
Oh, this is low tier. I'm
Yeah,
cutting order. I'm putting
I've
it there.
I've never had it and I don't want to have it. I can't think of a way that you make corn on pizza work.
I don't like corn in general.
I like corn, but like I only really like corn on the cob.
I don't like that. Like my whole family loves corn on the cob. I
Oh,
think.
corn chips are good, like tortilla chips and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
no, I like them,
Okay.
but
Like actual corn is not
yeah,
your
and as Chad said,
favorite.
I like cornmeal. I don't like actual corn. Now, I don't like cornbread that has corn kernels in the
I've never
cornbread.
had cornbread with it.
Oh man,
Corn.
I remember I would go over some people's house and it's like we make cornbread. I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'd be like, there's corn in my cornbread. I don't want
That's
this.
not the definition of cornbread. You use cornmeal.
Like, why didn't you just take a loaf of bread and shove the corn in there? It would have been the same. But I don't know. I honestly think it's the same way how I don't like eating ribs or steak because of like the mess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's like, okay, when I go to eat the food, there's there's a ring of where food can be on face, and if it's not in that very close ring of food aiming, it is now gross, and I don't want it anymore.
You want more food in your mouth than on your face.
Yes, and
Fair enough.
maybe it's also because of beard, and I'm like, You know how annoying it is to get tomato sauce out of a beard? Annoying. Not the hardest thing in the world, but I'd rather not have it in there. Sociopaths make cornbread with kernels in it. But yeah, I corn on the. I don't want corn on the pizza.
No corn on the pizza? All right, you take away the next one too. Can you tell what that is?
No,
I'll tell you. I
it
think
looks
it's
like crab.
imitation. Yeah, I think it's imitation crab meat. That is going in low tier for me for
Yeah,
sure.
you go there, buddy. This
I don't know a single person that has ever put imitation crab meat on a pizza, and I don't want to meet them.
now I want to try it just so you can say you met one.
All right. I feel like there are no arguments here on this one. The next one is
Eggplant.
eggplant. I feel like I wouldn't like it just because of the way that the texture of eggplant gets when you cook it. The only way I can see it working is if it's like fried eggplant, like you know how you have eggplant parmesan.
I just want to say before anyone, before you say where you placed it, I already placed it on my list, so you can say where you placed it.
I part of me wants to give it a shot and put it at so-so, but part of me thinks I'll really not like it, and I'm leaning towards low tier.
I had an eggplant, I had eggplant for the first time this year, and it was a fried eggplant with like mint jelly and stuff. It was really good until it was the next day when I had to reheat it up.
It does not
It
reheat very
doesn't.
well.
And eggplant is like a grease sponge.
It's like a weird. It gets that really weird texture. Like it doesn't sit well.
Yeah. And so I don't think I would like this on pizza, but I don't know. I guess it also depends like how thick is it cut.
Mm. I think I'm gonna put it in low tier.
Oh yeah, that's where I put it too.
That's where I think I'm putting it.
I except for corn, I think I would try the low tier stuff just to been like, yeah, okay. I don't see where you're coming from still.
I still don't know why anyone put this on pizza.
But I tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you renamed the tiers?
All right. Whose is this one's you?
This
I
one's
think.
me. This looks like hot peppers.
Yeah, I think these are like jalapenos.
Yeah. And you know what? I originally was gonna put this on low tier, but I see what's also on low tier, and like, you know what? I think I would have jalapenos and hot stuff on.
I think I'd put it in so-so.
That's where I'm placing mine. Here's why.
Oh,
go ahead.
You go first.
I was gonna say this is why jalapenos was on my worst originally, is that I, even though I am starting to taste more spicy things, like I love sriracha. I don't know where sriracha lands on the spicy thing, but I also don't think it's super spicy. But I'm getting more and more into trying spicier. However, I am still strongly against having stuff where I bite into it and it's not because it was just freshly cooked. It was the fact that the seasoning and the spices and the heat from this pepper sent my whole mouth on fire, and now all I taste is heat and it hurts. And I'm not a big fan of that. So I think if I was going to have jalapenos or hot peppers on my pizza, it couldn't be a lot. It couldn't be how you just slap a pepperoni slice on there, like where there's just a ton of them.
Yeah, I think the reason I put it in so-so is something similar, where it's like for the jalapeno to be okay, I think you need to pay attention to how you're using it. It's not like cheese where you're just like, a little bit more cheese can't hurt. I think a little bit more jalapeno could hurt. Like you have to be careful and careful what you mix it with. But like in this time of quarantine, I've grown to like jalapenos a lot. For a little bit, I was making guac once a week for myself, and I usually put jalapenos in it for something like a little crunch and a little spice.
Hmm.
So I don't hate the jalapeno. I just don't know that I love it for pizza.
It's it's good. I think it's more of a I I'm thinking of the right way of saying it, but it's not like a a total kill. Like if it's on there, I'm not gonna have it. But
Hmm.
it's just like it's just a little bit to put that percentile, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of kick, and that's all I kind of want. I don't want over.
You don't want to be sweating.
I don't want overkick.
That's fair. All right. So the next topping I see is mushrooms. And I'm putting mushroom in good stuff because growing up, mushroom pizza used to be the only pizza I asked for, and nobody else would eat it. So I'd get a whole pizza to myself just to eat for like a couple days. But yeah, I mean, but I know a lot of people just don't like mushrooms at all because the whole idea of it being a fungus creeps them out.
I love
Mm-hmm.
people don't like being around me after I have mushrooms. um, yeah, I'm gonna put this in great stuff because I like a mushroom pizza, and I don't know. I think it's a texture thing I like because it's like, I don't know. I find it funny how I'll probably describe one thing as something that I like, but then I'll like if there's something else that gets put up here, I'm like, no. But I don't know. It's just I think it mixed with cheese and all that with a little bit of like it's a little bit rubbery, a little bit chewy. I also like squid, so that might be one. But
Mm-hmm.
because squid is rubbery and chewy. But I don't know. Just it's just something like a different little profile, a little bit different of a taste profile on there, and I like it. As I said, I have a very gassy reaction to it, so uh, yeah, people don't normally like being around me when I have it, but no, mushroom pizza good. I like a
I
good old
like
mushroom pizza.
I like it, but it was like, do I like it as much as bacon? I don't think so. That's why I dropped it in good and not great.
Yeah,
That's the weird. That's the conflict of the tier list.
I'm gonna keep it there.
Okay.
Look like grapes. I'm pretty sure they're olives.
Yes.
You ever had an olive cookie?
Cannot say that I have.
I did once.
You seem very disappointed that you did
It
once.
wasn't bad, but I'm also the person on this podcast that doesn't like chocolate, so I don't eat chocolate chip cookies. Is when I drove my roommates home from college because we all like all my roommates were from Philadelphia. Not all of
Mhm.
them, but like two out of the we had a very weird uh housing situation because my school was also a camp during the summer,
Okay.
so all the camping cabins were used as dorms. So we had five guys in a cabin, a little cabin, and it was pretty fun. It wasn't terrible, but yeah, we were there, and two of my roommates were from lived in the Philadelphia area, so they came home with us, and we got out. Excuse me, we got out of like they're like you guys can leave as soon as you finish your last final. As soon as you guys finish your last final, you guys get checked off and you can leave. So that's what we did, and we went down and got stuck in Thanksgiving day before Thanksgiving traffic. Um, in Philadelphia, also rush hour, and I was just starving, just sitting there because I live north of Philly while they lived in Philly, so I had to drive into Philly and then back out of Philly.
Mhm.
Um, I'm just sitting there, just starving. And they're like, "Do you want some olive cookies?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I don't know if it was the fact that I was just really hungry or they were actually good, but I didn't mind them at that point in time. But now that I think about it, I don't really have olives a whole lot or at all.
I have olives every so often. I like was mentioned in chat. Like I like black olives. I can eat black olives on pizza. I like black olives in like a pasta salad. But the
Mm-hmm.
green olives or the Kalmata olives, I find them like too much for me. So because like it looks like a mix between the three in the picture, I think I'm gonna put it at so.
Yeah, now that you said that, I remember I have had olives on, but it was also It was some like weird specialty pizza that had like prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
Yeah, it's like that. Not ham, but it's like a meat.
It is. It's pork.
Okay. Um, and there was just tons and tons and tons of that on it, and then it's like, yeah, some olives, bing. And I'm like, it's like all I could taste was the really salty meat, and I'm like, but yeah, I'm gonna put this as so.
Okay. So then the next one looks like onion. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put like I it's kind of like the same thing with the bell peppers, but I think I like onion more than I like bell peppers on a pizza. So I think I'm gonna put it at good.
Yeah, that's where I placed mine. I forgot your bell peppers are
Yeah.
mine. My bell peppers are on good, and I placed this in good as well. My good line is just vegetables.
Just all the veggies.
Yeah, I'm like they're good. Um, yeah, onions are great.
Yeah, it's a nice little crunch. They had some flavor. As long as they're not like raw onion.
Yeah, no, they'd have to be cooked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like the good stuff. There's like not really much to say about it. So it's like it's good.
It's good.
Okay. Looks like this next one is pepperoni.
You already know my answer.
Yeah, well, guess what? People are gonna know my answer right too because it's the right stuff.
It's the right stuff.
It's the right stuff, and
Yeah, we already talked about pepperoni for a bit. It's just an all-encompassing good time. It
yeah.
takes care of all the cravings that you have with pizza. When you think of pizza, most people are like, "Oh, it's pepperoni."
Actually, my mom did not like pepperoni, so like growing
Oh.
up, I didn't have pepperoni on pizza a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we normally got something another flavor a topping that is on this list that I can go into afterwards. But but yeah, it's but as I started going and getting my own um like started buying my own pizzas and like was able to do so, I thus started getting pepperoni. Like, this stuff's good. I like it.
It's a good.
In fact, I had pepperoni pizza last night.
Yeah. So here I see the one that usually ends up in trouble on the internet, the pineapple on pizza. I've still never had it. I know a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. I think to be fair, because I haven't tried it, I think I'll put it on so because I feel like I'd have to particularly be craving a caramelized pizza to want the pepperoni pizza. It's not something I would always want,
Mhm.
but I don't think I'd hate it.
I've had pepperoni.
I hope so.
I had the pepperoni pizza. I have had pineapple on pizza, and I actually, you know what? From our conversation that we had before the podcast, my answer probably isn't all that surprising. I don't understand the hate or love for this. So, um, it's good, but I don't think it's like this is the hill to die on.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't think it's absolutely terrible to where it is trash tier. However, it could be just people's taste buds are different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's yeah, it's like I've had it as chat was just saying the Hawaiian pizza, which I think is good.
Oh, the sweet and salty.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not going to go seek it out, but at the same time I'm not going to like turn it down if it's there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put it as I wish there was like an okay tier, but I'm putting mine in good, the good stuff.
Okay.
Like it is the okay tier. It's right in the middle.
All right. So then the one after this is one I've never considered. I think this is potatoes.
Isn't like I can't tell. Is there a way to like right click and let me tell what it is?
Uh,
Like I can understand a potato.
yeah, like I was hoping if I hovered, it would give like a label, but it doesn't look
That's
like it.
yeah. That's this was like when I saw them. I wonder.
I think it's potato, and if it is potato, I think I'm gonna have to put it in low tier
Same
because
here.
the texture. So the only way I can see it passing is if it's like a particularly fried potato. Because I know sometimes I'll get I don't know if you've ever gotten these fat sandwiches.
Is that the stuff that's just like tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff?
Yeah, you like all the fried foods like chicken fingers, french fries, onion rings, all that all on one
Okay.
sandwich. So like I can see if you have really crispy fries maybe on a pizza.
Yeah, I think they would have to be like. Have you ever had poutine or heard of
Um
it?
I've heard of it.
So I like for what you're saying, I would agree that would be really good. However, I think there is a window of it being good.
Oh yeah, you can't have leftover potatoes on pizza if that
Yeah.
were the case. Yeah. And I would dread the thought of someone putting mashed potatoes on pizza. Those textures I don't think work for me.
Replace the sauce with mashed potatoes.
Oh god.
Oh man, Walla, here's your
Here's your
gobbler
pizza.
pizza.
Ooh,
You
I love a
put.
gobbler.
Oh man,
But yeah, so we both agree low tier
low
potatoes.
tier, yeah. So this next one is actually the topping that my mom would order a lot, which is actually now I think about it, I might change my steak answer to how I'm going to answer this. Sausage, shredded sausage was in the Payne family a lot growing up. And for me it's the right stuff because it's like when I eat this, it's just I don't know. It reminds me a bit of a childhood because it was just like it wasn't like how it's cut here in the picture as like just straight down cuts. I I'll still eat this style of pizza of a sausage, but I much prefer
The
shredded,
ground.
yeah, ground or
Yeah.
shredded sausage.
Yeah. For me, I put it in good because sauce most of the time when I've had sausage pizza, it's fine. Like I didn't grow up with it in the same nostalgia factor as you, but it's
Hmm.
never been bad. But it's
Yeah.
never been like I've never woken up one day and go, you know what I could go for?
Yeah. Now,
It's that
okay.
weird line.
Hmm. Now I feel like because this reawakened a memory in me where I did have shredded steak on a pizza,
Mm.
and that was good because I was looking at the picture here and imagining it was like just chunks
That
of this.
that's fair. That's fair.
So I am going to move this up to good stuff.
That's fair.
So my steak is now in good stuff. Um, I, oh my goodness, my stomach's growling.
Pizza episode. All right, so we'll move on to the last topping, which I think is spinach.
That's what was thinking as well.
And I think I'm gonna put it. I'm trying to think. I think I had spinach recently on a place that they didn't have just a regular white pizza with tomato and broccoli. I think they also put spinach on it. I
Hmm.
think it was okay. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think I don't even think I noticed it to be honest. So I think that goes in a so-so for me.
that's where I placed it too. Like I had a white sauce pizza with chicken and spinach on it, and it wasn't terrible. But it's one of those things. I'm like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Like
Like,
it didn't get in the way. It wasn't offensive to the
yeah,
pizza, but it didn't add anything.
it was a lower tier okay. Thus so so.
Fair enough. I sent you DPay my completed list.
All right, I'm going to take a screen. It lets me.
But yeah, for anybody in chat that participated, it looked like a couple of you did. You can take a screenshot and then share it with us on our commenting on Twitter for our twitter.com/pointlessdisco. Or if you're listening the audio version, we'll leave a link in the description and you can share with us on there as well. We can all point and laugh at each other's pizza options. I feel like mine is like I can't tell if I'm picky about pizza with the way mine stacks up because it looks picky compared to yours. I don't have a lot in the top three tiers compared to my bottom two.
Um, looking at it, it's like there's we have a lot of the same ants. Like our low tier is exactly the same.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, the same order and everything. That's funny.
that's all good, Dirt. Yeah, I just here I can share Dirt's one with Dirt with Hop.
Thanks. But yeah. Okay, no, the tier list was a fun way to approach pizza toppings because, like, the inherent pizza toppings are hard to, like, really talk about for too long.
Yeah, every once in a while I get a good
I
idea.
like your categories for this problem children. Number one, imitation karate. But no, yeah, this was a fun way to look at it. And what was I gonna add on to that? Anything else that you want to add on to pizza toppings, or should we start doing like closing announcements?
We can start doing closing stuff. Like pizza's great and everything, and we hope that y'all liked out to the as I try to find where I left. Um, but yeah. Oh, mouse, get off that get off that monitor.
All right. So then, since we're back to our regular polling system, DPayne, guess what you get to do?
I know, I get to roll dice.
For anyone who's not familiar, this is how we kind of like work through to our next talking points.
That's a D8.
So DPayne will roll a D10 to pick out which topic will be put in the poll to compete against favorite episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes, Always Sunny was the last one it lost. It's gonna face against. I'm using a different die this time. I never rolled this one. It's red and black. Well, it's a black die with red numbering. 6. Well, it's TV show versus TV show. So, guys, this week, and it will be on our Twitter page, twitter.com/pointlessdisco, where you will be able to vote between episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia or our favorite and least favorite PBS children's shows.
And to clarify, we even have a note here to clarify for ourselves. Those are things like Zoom, Zaboomafoo, stuff like that. I think we came up with this when we were thinking of our childhood cartoons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's now just showing up. Yes. I hope everyone is as hungry as I am.
Much pizza discussion. But yeah, so you'll see that poll go up on our Twitter page. If, like it was mentioned in chat, if you don't have Twitter and you don't think you can participate in the poll but would like to contribute, you can always DM one of us and let us know, and we can start taking stock that way if that's helpful for some people. And otherwise, yeah, thanks so much for listening with us on another episode. As we kind of mentioned in the beginning, a great way for you to help people find us is either by leaving us reviews, adding us on Twitter, participating with us on social media, or just sharing with a friend. Because we have joked before, but it would be really great if we could get sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for you to cough.
But guys, imagine this, okay? I want to paint a picture. I don't know how much. Where are we at on time? Because then I will either.
I think you had the timer because I don't have the timer up
Oh.
this week. Did you not start the timer?
I'll never start the time. I think we're at an hour and a half, so I'll be quick. Imagine this, guys. COVID, we got the vaccine or whatever, like whatever is the okay for whatever people group to be like, okay, we can go in public and hang out again, and cons can happen again. We get the okay from whoever is in charge. And then you guys go to your PAXs. I'm just gonna say Paxies because that's the closest for us. And you guys just see in that small little corner, pointless Discord. That's right. We don't have that, but we would like it.
Find us in the smallest auditorium doing a live version
Yes.
of this.
Oh,
we
yeah.
had ideas of basically trying things and talking about our most and least favorites on the spot. So I imagine that'd be pure chaos.
Let's just say we thought about it, and I realized the way we wanted to do this show, like a live show, would only work in a live show capacity.
Yes.
Um,
because live reactions and
live reactions, but then also just like I'm looking at it right now. that first one where we thought about just bringing them in and then interacting with those things, like, I don't know. Same with the third one that's written here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not gonna even tell you guys what they are. You're just gonna let your imaginations run wild, and you'll never see them unless we can get a live show.
Pressure.
Exactly. So go pressure all your friends to listen to this because we're cool.
No, but we do appreciate all of you listeners, especially having another new listener in another new country each week is kind of fun for us to see. Um, so are we? We're
I
on.
that my hot take.
Well, I was gonna say, which continents are we on? We're in Asia now, and or we had a listener in Asia before, right?
Yeah, we had a listener in Hong Kong.
And then we're also in Europe, and then the U.S.
We've been in North America for a while. We have some European listeners. Definitely Asia, a lot of Asia, and a few in Central America.
It's fun. It's exciting. Yeah, we appreciate all of you, and if you could help us spread the word, because we don't know how to do it yet. I was reading like blogs on how to promote your podcast, and I was like, I don't want to buy a billboard.
Man, that would be hilarious. I don't have the money to do that, but it'd be
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh no,
Yeah.
probably the easiest way is learning how to do Reddit, which I don't know.
I think I've posted to Reddit like 2 or 3 times in my lifetime.
I posted to Reddit when I was trying to grow my YouTube channel, like my first time, and nothing ever came out of it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Well, you have food, my dude, and we're gonna actually close here.
So
So
that DPayne can also have food.
yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have yet.
Yeah. Um, I can't think of anything else to add to our closing stuff.
Yeah, me neither. Have pizza and bye bye.